I'm Lincoln with Board Game Geek, and I'm here with Cedric from Ludonaut. He's going to show us, or tell us about Atlandice. Since we don't really, it's being played right now, so this is the only copy that we have.
Yeah.
Atlandice. So what can you tell us?
Yeah. So it's our following game after FIJ. We have just talking. It's a game about dice drafting and majority. So the pitch of this game is quite simple. The city of Atlandice sinking on the floor, and the sea
is overtaking it.
Yeah,
okay.
the city, and you have the time of clock to save the maximum of stuff.
Okay.
On the it's the name is Atlandice because at the beginning of your turn, the first player roll all the dice, and the dice shows the available quarter. And after, it's just drafting. You take a die, you take the corresponding resources, and you apply the effect of this quarter.
Okay.
Each player do this thing 2 times, and 1 die remain, and the remaining die show the number of steps
that the clock advances.
The clock advances, yeah.
Neat.
And if quarter are empty, we show always the player with the more resources. The first player, the player with the more resources, earn 3 points and take the quarter tile. So there are new effects for the rest of the game. And the second player earn 1 game and all 1 point. Sorry. And all the resources are replaced on the.
Once they've scored it, you just put them back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you score during all the game, and one final scoring at the end when the needles of the clock arrive at the last space, and the player with the most of points wins the game. So it's it's a very tense game. It's quite short.
It seems
40 minutes. It's easy, very easy, but we have a lot of interaction, and we have during all the game pay attention to the other player, because the goal is to have the majority, and so to have just 1 resource more than the other. If you are 5 resources more, I think it's 4 resources.
Well, it's a battle too, especially because you're trying to reset it. You want to empty it out.
Yeah,
and you got to pay attention to what somebody else has, and you don't want to be second.
Yeah, it's very yes. We have very pay attention to all the player. It's very interactive, and
so what are some of the things that each one of these do? So this one here is going to let you.
This on each quarter we have 3 spots. This is the advance of the needle at the end. This is number of die.
Yep.
And this is the special effect of this quarter.
Right.
So this one is to move the submarine.
Okay.
If you take resources on the quarter with the submarine, you take 2 resources instead of
just
1.
Yep.
For example, this symbol is you reroll the die you have just taken, and if you score 5 or 6, you can take resources from another quarter. Sometimes reroll the dice and perform one action more, or it just move resources from a quarter to another quarter. So you have a lot of little interaction, and because when
this is awesome, stealing from another quarter. You
you can
when you're not there.
Exactly, exactly.
Who designed the game?
It's Scott Huntington and Sean Graham.
Okay.
It's 2 designers we have met 2 years ago to Essen Fair.
Oh, neat.
And it's very interesting game because it's very short, but very tense, and a lot of interaction, and it's easy to play, but not easy to win.
Yeah. No, it seems like it. I mean, I love that there's, you are working on the wheel. Let's see what's this one here. This is another advancing the clock. That's move the sub.
Yeah.
It's mostly like advancing the clock.
Yes, it's a prototype of the French version. And of course, to will be in English at the end.
Yeah, well, cool. And when's this going to come out?
It come before holidays, so I think in June.
Okay,
I'm not
so
really
around,
sure of the releasing date in United States,
right.
but in France it's early June. It's planned early June.
Cool.
And perhaps I can just speak about another thing of Atlandice, just 1 minute about Colt Express.
Okay.
We plan to release in June, between June and November, a special blister of scenario pack, one for each character.
Oh,
and
neat.
the goal is to have a non-playable bandit. So, for example, we play at Colt Express at 4 players, and you decide to play at 5 and 1 player, for example, Ghost. If you play with the scenario pack of Ghost, it's played automatically by the game.
Yep.
And he have a special action deck.
Yep.
You put it on the table
Right.
between 2 players, and at this turn, just you
Flip over the card
flip
and then
one
do
card,
what it does.
and the action cards are designed to each character are special ability and special way of winning. For example, Ghost try to catch the wallet. If you win to catch the wallet at the end of the game, he win and all the bandits lose.
Okay.
Django put some dynamite and explodes some part of the train
Uh-huh.
and throw out the other bandits.
Yeah, okay, so they're off the train.
Each character has a special way of winning and of playing, so it's just, okay, 10 cards and some tokens, but it will be just 6 blister, and you can have a different experience of
Will there
Colt
be a
Express.
specific AI deck, or will you be taking some of the cards from each of the character decks to make the AI deck?
Yeah, you have it's just special action deck.
Yep.
And one special action deck, and sometimes from some character special bullets card with effect, like in Marshall and Prisoner.
Yep.
Because, if you remember, Marshall has a
Yep.
special effect. So some character, Django especially, have special gun.
Right.
And it just this, and setup is very easy. You
Neat.
play as usually. Just you have a small deck, you put on the table,
it just is that player.
let's go.
That's
And
neat.
adds more chaos and
Yeah, it would be absolutely be
but
chaotic, right?
it's very interesting, especially if you want to play at 2 or 3 player in Colt Express, because in my view it's the game is for me more interesting
To
at
have a full deck.
5 or 6
Yeah,
player because it's more fun, and so at 2 or 3 player, the game are less fun, more controllable, you have more control on the game.
Right.
And with this non-player
Character,
outlaw,
yeah.
she adds more random and chaos, and so it's very fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
So and that's coming out as well this summer, you're saying?
Yeah.
Or is that Essen?
In France, we plan to release 2 blister before the holiday, 2 after, and 2 for Essen Fair.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not sure how these blisters are distributed in United States,
Right.
because we decide to let our distributor in the different country the decision to how he want to release the game according with special market.
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm done to know very well
Right, what's happening.
what's happening in the United States, for example,
Right.
and my distributor in United States knows the market better than me and knows the way of selling this kind of thing better than me. So it will be his decision to release 1 blister per 1 or 2 per 2
Right.
on 6 in the same
What do they-
time, because depends.
What do they think? What do you guys think about charging in euros for each packet?
It's in French. It's €6
that's great.
because in French you can say six bullets.
Yep.
It's one bullet. It's €1.
Right.
So it's 6 bullets for.
Okay.
It's a joke for French and.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So we have a big.
You got a bunch of
program.
Stuff
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Big slate coming.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Cedric, for telling us about all this.
Thanks to you, Lincoln.
No problem. Take care.
Take care.